So on Facebook, almost every day I have people asking about a milk machine to use, which on a normal day I just hand milk. I only have 1 cow in milk right now. But it is -20 outside and my hands just cannot do hand milking for very long. So I bought this little machine on Amazon back at the beginning of the year when I first got goats, because I thought I would machine milk goats, which I can hand milk the goats way faster than I can with this machine. But my Jersey and my Milky Shorthorn both have really small teats, so I like to so these work really good for them, even though it's made for a goat. My goats actually have bigger teats than both of my cows, but I see a lot of people asking about these machines because they're really cheap, and it's pretty cheaply made, honestly, but it works really good. I recommend not using this every single day. It doesn't have a pulser on it, so it can be hard on cows in the long term, but since I only use this maybe a dozen times through the whole milking cycle of each of the cows, it works just fine. So I thought I would go over how to use this yesterday, and I cleaned it, and it's pretty easy to clean. I just take off the suction tube off of the tubes and just run water and soap through the lines. So to put it back together, this part is the part that makes the suction, and they just go into there, and then the other one, and then this part, it just controls the flow. Turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, and it goes into the bottom of the tube. Come on. There we go. Push it on there. So, this is tabled. Just like that. So it only has 2 because it's made for a goat, and goats only have 2 teats. But my cow only has 3 working quarters. Both of them only have 3 working quarters. And so I just milk 2 quarters, and then she has 2 calves, and then they can clean her up, and then they get the extra quarter for themselves. So the lid looks like this. This is a float. Once the bucket gets full, it starts making a funny noise in the pump. But I'm going to set these down here in my bucket. Obviously, the big tube goes in the big port, which is where your milk goes in. Maybe. There we go. And then this part confused me for a long time, but there's the really long one, which goes up to the, my mind is not letting me know the right word, but goes up to the cow's udder. And then there's a shorter tube that is for the suction. Obviously, there's only one end that's connected to the big tube, so we put that one in there. Then I have to move this because I had it propped up against there. And then these are labeled 1 and 2. So 1 is your suction, and then I'm not really sure what the second one is called, but 1 is going to be the long one that goes down and connects to the rest of them, and 2 is the short one. And that's all it takes. So then I just kind of shove everything into my bucket so that it stays kind of clean. Fell out. Until I get out there. And I just put everything in. And just like that. And then I take a bucket with me so that I can put excess milk in. And that's all. So then the next thing that I do, I leave the milker in the house so that while I'm mixing feed and doing some of my other chores, it doesn't get any junk or debris in it. But I go over to the barn and I start making everybody's rations for the morning and get everybody fed that's over here, and then I will go over to where Dolly is and milk her over there. The light works this morning. It hasn't been working. I don't know what's wrong with it. We got, my husband agreed to it, so I'm saying we. These are our chickens now. But we got a flock of purebred American Bresse chickens. I just picked them up the other day. But I still have my old flock. The people that are getting them are coming to get them tonight, so that I'll be able to move them into the chicken coop part. But for today and last night, they are living in the feed/goat side. And Mama still has not had any babies. I just don't know. Oh, I don't know if the chickens ate your food, but she doesn't have any food. So we're going to mix up grain. And then we will feed her and feed these chickens, let out the other chickens, feed the dolings, and yada yada. So I started the process before I started videoing, but just plug it in. It does run off electricity, which I have an extension cord coming over here for the water heater because it's so cold I can't keep the tank unplugged. Make sure your suction cups are on. You put the lid on, it has a little clasp that hold it down. And Dolly is super mellow, unlike my other milk cow. Then I just go take some squirts out. She's not super mellow this morning. She normally doesn't try to kick. But I just use her own milk just to get her teeth kind of wet. But you turn it on, there's a little red button, you turn it on. It's on, the suction is off. Once you get it, backwards. So I have 1 and 2 switched, so I just gotta switch them around. So I set it, and those are her calves. One's hers and one's an extra. And up. But going into the bucket, if I can find the bucket, this hose. So I said it wrong when I was putting it together. I got confused, but the short one goes to number 1. It's the suction that goes into the bucket, and 2 is the one that goes and connects to them under the udder. I've kind of got these twisted, so they're having a hard time connecting. So I'm gonna fix that and finish this. I thought while I was waiting, it would show you her calves. So I keep them locked up at night if I want to milk in the morning, otherwise I don't have to. That's her calf. That's Delaney. She thinks I'm gonna open the gate. I'm not gonna yet. We're not done. And then this is the extra calf. She's growing really well. She's full Angus. She's half Angus, half Jersey, of course. She's always getting impatient with me, but she's chewing up her grain. So we drink our milk raw. Normally I just put it into like these half-gallon jars, but I am trying something a little new to myself. I have a cream separator, but it's kind of a pain to put together, and I really don't like cleaning it, so I don't use it that much. Maybe this spring I'm hoping to buy another milk cow, and maybe when I'm milking 3 cows, I will be able to put it to use better. But all we do is just strain the milk, put it in the fridge. That's it. I don't pasteurize our milk. You could do as you wish, but that's how we do it. But I found these little stainless steel. I'm filling the sink with water so I can wash my equipment. But and then I just use a tea towel. But I just strain the milk in. So the concept behind this is the cream will rise to the top, and I will be able to get the milk out of the bottom to put into jars, maybe tonight, probably tomorrow after I milk. But we just do that. The sink is full. So when I clean, I just use soap and vinegar. And that is why we strain. You couldn't really tell that there was stuff in the milk, but things happen. Milk debris gets into the milk, but that's why we strain it, to clean it. So I think that Dolly may be getting some mastitis in one of her quarters. She just didn't produce that much from that quarter. So probably tonight or tomorrow, I don't have time to milk tomorrow, so I'm going to leave her calves on her. But probably tomorrow I'm going to give her a shot of Exceed. And so I won't be able to milk her for our consumption through the weekend. I think it's like a 3-day withdrawal period. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I won't be able to milk. But that's okay. We should have plenty of milk from today's milking and yesterday's milking to get us through the weekend. And I also got a lot of cream off of yesterday's milk, so I may make butter later today if I have time. I also have to clean our house because we're having a bonfire tomorrow night for the New Year's Eve, and we're gonna have a lot of people here. So, and we were gone for a week last week to Oregon for Christmas. So our house is a mess, and I need to take down all of our Christmas decorations. But yeah, this is the process. Just do this, then put it in the fridge.